Hey guys, it's Lotus and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to try out something a little bit different. So we are revisiting Word of Honor and we're going to try out this tier list maker that I found. Word of Honor ships. Let's see where we can place these different ships. Again, this is just for fun and you can ship whoever you want. This is not meant to break any ships or defy canon or anything anyway. This is just pairing two people together and seeing what I think about their dynamics. Yeah, so let me turn on some music. Some nice calm music, and let's see who we have here. So our categories are love, like, interesting, neutral, and absolutely dislike. So unless I absolutely abhor a pairing, I don't think I'm gonna have many here because I'm not that like I don't feel too strongly about things one way or another. I mean, I adore canon, but you know, if you like, for example, if you like you know, like Jojo and Han Ying, like, you know, more, all the power to you, you know, because I do think that Han Ying does have a crush on Jojo, even though in canon, Jojo ends up with Wen Kexing. So, yeah, let's see who we have. Okay, so first we have, Beauty Ghost and, oh my gosh, it's been a while, I forgot her name. She was the henchwoman of Scorpion King. Did they interacted a little bit, but barely, right? I mean, they have an interesting dynamic. They're both morally gray. Actually, the Beauty Ghost isn't evil at all. I would say that the henchwoman of the Scorpion King is a little evil, because she does relish in, chaos, destruction, and bloodshed. What do I find this pairing interesting? I'm trying to think, did they ever talk? I guess I'll put it neutral because I feel like I don't remember them interacting enough for me to have like a strong opinion, like would I ship them, you know? Okay. Okay, next we have Beauty Ghost and Scorpion King. Okay, so here I did feel this, I'm gonna put it right here, I actually did like their interactions. I felt like they had some things in common that they could really relate to. I feel like I could see this happening in an alternate universe. I feel like he was also like, he was really surprised when she didn't keep I forgot his name. The guy that she liked, the one that betrayed her, that she didn't keep him by her side and she let him go. And he was really surprised by that. Like, I feel like they have a really similar backstory about being betrayed and used by the ones that they loved. And I really, whether or not I like them as a romantic ship or a platonic ship, either way, I just like them hanging out. If they were BFFs, I would also really like that. So I'll put them over here. Next, we have Jingbei Yuan and Jojo Shu. Okay, so they're BFFs, like in canon. And I have not read Lord 7th, which is the prequel novel to Faraway Wanderers, which is the novel that Word of Honor is based on. So I don't actually know too much about Jingbei Yuan, except for what we have seen in the drama. And from what I have seen in the drama, I like them. I think it's cute. I think that childhood friend trope is a really cute trope, especially since even though I didn't read the prequel novel, Lord 7th, I do know that they hung out a lot in the novel and that Jojo was a bit of a brat when he was younger. So I think that there's a lot of potential and backstory here, although I haven't read it for myself. I do plan to go and read the novel eventually, but yeah, I do think that they have a cute friendship and relationship. Okay. Our first love couple, of course, is canon. Gu Xiang and Kao Wei Ning. You have to put them up here. They are canon. They didn't get to get married, but they were fiancés, and in another life, they would have been married, and they did get married during the Word of Honor fan concert. So yes, what is there to say? They are destined for each other. they wore the red bracelets, and so that their souls would find each other in their next life. So they're just adorable together. I love them. Okay. Prince Jin and Han Ying. That's just no. That's kind of weird. Besides, the only time they really interacted was when Han Ying pretended to be injured while on a mission, so that he could try to steal the jade piece from Prince Jin, and he got beat up. Prince Jin got him beat up. So no, there's nothing here where this would work out in any way. Okay. Han Ying and Wen Kexing. Ooh, okay. I will put this in the middle. Interesting. I don't have too much of an opinion on it, although, because in canon, it's more like Wen Kexing is always really jealous of Han Ying. And Han Ying definitely has a puppy crush on Jojo Shu, but I have seen some fanfiction where Han Ying is kind of pampered by Wen Kexing and Jojo Shu. He's kind of like the third party. And I think that, I mean, Wen Kexing really tried really hard to save Han Ying from dying, right? So there was some stuff there. But in terms of like on-screen chemistry, I didn't see too much, but I feel like there is potential because they both like Jojo Shu, and I think they could definitely bond over that. Okay, let's see. Han Ying and Jojo Shu. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I'll put that right here. I like Han Ying and Jojo Shu better than Jin Beiyuan and Jojo Shu, based on what I've seen from the show, but I still really, really like Beauty Ghost and Scorpion King, so I put them in the middle here of like. Now, Han Ying is the devoted right-hand man of Jojo Shu, and we know that he would sacrifice his life for Jojo Shu, and he did sacrifice his life for Jojo Shu. So, what can I say? This dying for love, right? That's a beautiful trope that we see often, and I think that Jojo Shu really, really values Han Ying and their friendship, because Han Ying was like I think he thought of Han Ying as his like Shidi also, you know, like his junior disciple, similar to when Jojo Shu had Ju Shao, which was the disciple that died that we saw him in a flashback in the beginning of episode 1 of Word of Honor. So I feel like they have a similar dynamic in that way. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, next we have Scorpion King and Prince Jin. I dislike that too. There was nothing. Nope. I feel like the majority of Prince Jin ships don't really make sense. Again, because I didn't read Lord 7th, I know that the original Prince Jin was a different character. He was Prince Heilian Yi, and that his personality is different than Prince Jin. And also, the original Heilian Yi was not a cousin of Jojo Shu, so there's not like a weird familial relationship. So yeah, Heilian Yi. I know a lot of people really like him. I've seen on Twitter that a lot of people like the original prince that Jojo Shu worked for. But Prince Jin is a little creepy, not gonna lie. He's a little sus, you know? And I don't remember if they ever really interacting that much. So I'm gonna put that here. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, next, Prince Jin and Jojo Shu. Okay, so I don't want to be controversial here, right? And remember, this is fiction. You know what? Just to be safe, I'm gonna put it in neutral. Okay. So I don't like love it, but I'm not like a super hater either. Like I'm gonna be honest, I did feel that Prince Jin does have this weird, creepy, obsessive relationship and feelings toward Jojo Shu, right? And like he called him his Shiji, like Ziji, right? No, soulmate, whatever. I'm sorry, I forgot the term. I know Jojo Shu just thinks of Prince Jin as his maniac cousin, but Prince Jin considered Jojushu his soulmate, which we saw him call Jojushu that when he captured him back. And also, I don't know if you remember, but in the earlier episodes when he got a flashback of when Jojushu first entered the palace, before when he agreed to become the leader of the Tianchuan, and Prince Jin gave him a really big hug, and like, you know, he like hugged his whole waist and everything. Like, I don't think Wen Kashing even held him that tenderly, you know, like that desperately. So I mean, there's stuff there. It's a very toxic relationship though. Like, there's a lot of not good happening there, like parasitic, kind of obsessive, possessive, however you want to call it. It's an interesting dynamic to explore, especially in fanfiction. But overall, I am glad that Jojushu got himself out of that toxic relationship, let's say. So yeah. But like, I don't like of course dislike is just because it makes no sense at all. At least I kind of understand why this would be a pairing in a way, like whether it be romantic or platonic, because again, in the store, in Word of Honor, they are cousins, but in the original novel, they are unrelated. So if we were going based on the original novel where they're unrelated, then I would definitely see that there could be potential between Hei Lian Yi and Jojushu. But I can't make a final decision because I haven't read the novel yet, so yeah. For now, they stay over here. Okay, next. Gao Chong's daughter, I forgot her name, oh dear. And Chenling. Okay, so I think this is actually kind of cute. It's interesting. I mean, they were supposed to be betrothed, but then it didn't work out. And I actually thought that they got married at the end of episode 36, but then we find out later that she married one of her father's disciples and not him. But I thought they were married, and I was like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense to carry on the sect legacy. I think it's cute. They weren't ever mean to each other. They were actually really nice to each other, and I feel like if they were to end up together, it would have just really been because of sect duties and obligations, but I feel like they could have worked something out together. And they still stayed really close friends at the end of the drama, so yeah, that's cute. Okay, oh yeah, Depusa, that was her name. Okay, yeah, Depusa and Neutral, because I don't dislike it, mainly because I don't remember who this is. Someone in the comments, please remind me who this character is. I feel we only saw her like once or twice, right? I don't remember who she is, so I can't really give much of a judgment. But they did have a little bit of tension that one time that they did talk, but I cannot remember right now who she is. So for now, I'll just leave it in neutral. With no agree or disagree, let's say. Neutral is kind of like this or that, like I don't really have an opinion, you know? Okay, next is Depusa and Scorpion King. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, I find their dynamic interesting. What I really want to know is their backstory. I wish we got to see a little bit of how she ended up following and being so devoted and loyal to the Scorpion King. I really would like to know more about their story. More than a romantic relationship, I picture them more as like a like BFFs, kinda like they're best friends that kind of like tell each other everything. They seem like they give off that vibe. But yeah, I like them together. I think they he's more like held back and restrained, and she's more like chaotic, and I think that their two personalities mesh well together. Although most of the time he's trying to rein her in, but you know, I found their on-stream dynamics and chemistry really interesting. So yeah, I would like to see more, or I would have liked to see more from them together. Okay, next is, let me see, who is that? I can't see. Who is that? I see Yebai. Is that wrong? Is that wrong Chang Ching? Is it? I think it is, right? That was wrong. Chang Ching is wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting everyone's name now. I am so sorry. Give me 1 second while I try to look up the name, because this is embarrassing. It's only been a few months, but I cannot remember everyone's name now. I think it is Wrong Chang Ching, right? Is it? Let me see. Were there any actual images of him? I don't remember. Huh. Okay. But, wait a minute. What was the other... What was his disciple's name, which was Rong Changqing's son? What was his son's name? One sec. I'm looking it up because, I don't want to be constantly giving you wrong information. What is his disciple's name? Oh gosh, let me pull up Wikipedia because now I am not able to recall. Let me pull up Wikipedia and look up the characters. One second. Let's see. Where is his name? Five Legs Alliance. Wrong Xuan. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, Ye Bai and Wrong Changqing had this soulmate relationship, but it was definitely platonic, unlike Wen Zhou's relationship. Do I like it? Yes. Yes, let me move that here. I really like it. Yes. There's just so much potential because Wrong Changqing died in order to give Ye Bai the immortality when they were trying out the immortality, the book, the thing, you know, the ritual. So, you know, Ye Bai loved him, and Ye Bai also really treasures Wrong Xuan, which was Wrong Changqing's son. So there's a lot there. I'm assuming that's Wrong Changqing, right? I don't remember if they actually showed him in the show, but I can't imagine who else that would be. But yeah, I really like, there's a lot of fanfiction on them that you could look up if you want to read about the longing and the sad one-sided love of Ye Bai. So yeah. Okay, next we have Beauty Ghost and Lo Fu Meng. Ooh, Auntie Lo. Okay, I like them. Yes. Let's see. Let me move it right there. Yeah. Okay, I actually really like them. I just, like, she was just always there to take care of her, and I felt like she would go everywhere with her. And, you know, she's just so devoted, and, like, Lo Fu Meng was the Beauty Ghost's savior. Like, after the Beauty Ghost almost killed herself, Lo Fu Meng picked her up and brought her back to the Ghost Valley and helped her reclaim herself, reclaim her identity, and, you know, live on. And it's such a shame that they both died at the end of the show. I really was rooting for them to survive. I really, really like their characters. But yes, they would be a cute couple. Yes. Okay. Next, Wen Kexing and Scorpion King. Ooh. Okay. I think that's interesting. Let me right there. Okay. Why would I think that's highly interesting? I think it's because they actually work together quite a bit, and they have very similar, like, backstories of being orphaned and then being picked up and being put into really bad, dangerous situations as kids. One ended up being the leader of the Ghost Valley, one ended up being the adopted son of Zhao Jing, and also the leader of the Scorpions. And they have, their stories are very parallel in a way. And I feel that if the Scorpion King had found a soulmate the way that Wen Kexing had found a soulmate, he would have had a better ending. And I was really rooting for the Scorpion King. I really wanted him to survive. I really wanted him to atone and rehabilitate, but, you know, I was a little disappointed with the route that he took at the end of the show. I do think that their dynamic is interesting, that they did work together quite a lot. They made secret deals with each other, and, like, you know, sometimes you could wonder, oh, what kind of secret deals? I know they told us, but, like, you could also wonder, like, when they're, like, you know, when they're, like, dealing and stuff, like, could they also be discussing and doing other things? You know, one can imagine, one can daydream. But yeah, I do like how they're very similar, but then ended up really different at the end. I really wished Scorpion King had found someone that he could have really opened himself to instead of being stuck with Zhao Jing, who didn't value him or care about him at all. So that was really sad for me and for him. Okay, of course, Wei Kuxing and Zhou Shu. That is love, has to be love. Canon, Wenzhou for life. Wenzhou is real. They become immortals and live on the mountain and eat ice together and spend the rest of their days together, being in love and happy and no hurt. Nothing hurts. Everything's all right. Yes. What can I say about Wenzhou? Two people who had no direction in their lives found each other and realized that as long as they are together, then it doesn't matter where in the world they are, where in the world they go. Just being together is enough. And then the plus side of in the Word of Honor drama, they ended up having a past relationship of being Shishang and Shidi. Although in the novel they didn't have a relationship like that. Either way, it really adds a little spice to their dynamic in the drama. So yeah. Okay, next. Wu Shi and Scorpion King. I'm neutral. I don't know if they ever really hung out with each other. I'll be honest, there were a few times when, like, from the back, when Wu Shi was, like, turned around. Wu Shi also has, like, the long braids and wears all black like the Scorpion King. And there were a few times where I accidentally got them confused, and I thought, wait, what's the Scorpion King doing here? And then I realized, oh no, it's Wu Shi. So, like, that was embarrassing, but yeah, they dress really similarly. I mean, I feel like if it was a modern day alternate universe, they would probably get along. They'd both be like in an emo rock band or something. So I'm neutral. They didn't really talk that much together. Also, I feel like they're both kind of introverts, which, you know, would be kind of hard for them to get a conversation going. Not that introverts can't talk to each other. I myself am an introvert, but Wu Shi is a real introvert. Like, I feel like Jing Beiyuan does most of the talking in the relationship. At least that's what I feel. Although, I guess we would know more about him if we read Lord Seventh. So yeah, if you want to know more about the dynamic and a couple relationship between Jing Beiyuan and Wu Shi, read Lord Seventh. I will link it in the description. And I also have to go and read it soon. Okay. Jing Beiyuan and Wu Shi. Yes, no, wait. Okay, I'll love them. I'll be honest with you, I actually don't know much about the dynamic because, again, I haven't read the original novel that they're from. But I will say love because they are canon, and they are great, supportive best friends of Zhou Shu, and they just don't seem to fight. They seem to just get along and complete each other really well. And I also really like the yin and yang imagery that goes on between them. Jing Beiyuan is always wears like white and light colors, and Wu Shi always wears dark black colors, and they seem to just really, their relationship seems really harmonious, at least from what I saw in the drama Word of Honor. So I'll put love. I love true love, and I love canon couples too. So okay, next is Ye Bai and Scorpion King. Okay, I'll put like. Let's see, how much do I like? Probably, I would switch these. Okay, I think I kind of like this. Not because they ever necessarily interacted too much in the drama. They did interact once during the when they were having like the dinner celebrating Wen Kexing falling off the cliff and dying, and Ye Bai had complimented Scorpion King, and Scorpion King had a moment where he was just like surprised and elated that he got complimented and he got to sit up in front of the room with his Yifu. That was the only time I remember them like really interacting, but I have seen and read some fan fiction of them because they are both two lonely men who are looking for love. You know, they're both bachelors. Ye Bai lost his love and is an immortal, and the Scorpion King is looking for a soulmate. You know, they're both looking for soulmates. You know, two halves make a whole. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's potential there, and Although, okay, you could argue that there's quite a bit of an age gap between the two of them. But normally that doesn't really matter in the martial arts world and wuxia and xianxia dramas. Although, again, this is fiction, so remember this is fiction. So, you know, the dynamic's a little different. We're not really thinking too much about their ages. But if that is like, if age is a big problematic problem for you because one's an immortal and one is immortal, then I know this probably wouldn't be your cup of tea. But taking it how it is and just the way the actors hung out with each other and the way that the characters have potential to complete each other, I like their relationship. I like their dynamic. I like this pair. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Wenkaxing and Yebai. Okay. So, I am gonna put it in interesting. Mainly because, well, you know what? I like them platonically. And actually, if I like them platonically, let me move this up. Yeah, okay. I like them platonically. As in, I really like the way they bicker and banter so much. I just think it's hilarious. Like, when Wenkaxing also bickers with Jojishu, but like Jojishu doesn't really entertain it. He just like flirts back, and then Wenkaxing becomes a big puppy that like just lays on the ground and shows his belly. When Ashu shows him any affection. But with Yebai, Wenkaxing is like about to throw hands every time he interacts with him. There's just so many times where it's hilarious. Even when the actors were interacting with each other during the Word of Honor concert, and they were like, Wenkaxing had, well, Gongjun, who, you know, as Wenkaxing had to like compliment all the different characters, and when it came to Yebai, he low-key insulted him, and Yebai got offended too. So like, it was just really funny. I also like the idea of like mentor and mentee type of relationship with them. Like, I really like the idea that like, oh, if only Yebai had found Wenkaxing sooner and maybe raised him and mentored him as a Shizun or something, I think that would have been really good. A lot better for Wenkaxing and Gushang's mental and physical state, let's be honest. You know, I really think that I really like the dynamic between these two. Yeah, definitely. They're like a dynamic duo. Okay, then we have Yebai and Jojishu. I also like them. Not as much as Jinbei-yuan and Jojishu, but I do like them again in like a mentor-mentee relationship. I think it's really funny that Jojishu is always trying to be polite and respectful to Yebai, and Yebai throws respect out the window and is really brash and loud and just says what's on his mind. And I think it's really interesting because Yebai is pretty much Jojishu's grandmaster, since Yebai is the master of Jojishu's master. And, you know, Jojishu also has the sword with Yebai's name on it, which Yebai gave to Jojishu's master. So there's a lot going on there between the characters. And again, I just think that they're hilarious. They're hilarious when they interact. Yeah, I think, again, if Yebai, in an alternate universe, if Yebai had found poor Jojishu and Wenkaxing a lot earlier, before they ended up in the hands of the Ghost Valley and the royal court, he could have raised them as his own disciples, and Gushang, of course, and then they would all have been a really happy family. So, yeah, that's just my wishful thinking. I've seen a few fanfiction out there where that story happens, like time travel fics, where Yebai goes back to try to change the past. But yeah, I love Yebai. He's like a grumpy grandpa kitty who's like, he loves his kids, you know? Like, he loves his kids. He act like he don't, but he loves them. Okay, we're almost done. Prince Jin and Jinbei-yuan. Okay, so because I have not read Lord Seventh, I know that Heilian Yi and Jinbei-yuan had a relationship, I think, in the original novel. As for this drama, the characters never saw each other in person or interacted, so I'll put it in interesting because I know that they have a backstory, but I don't know if the backstory is supposed to be the same as in the novel because they didn't really allude to it as much. I know that Jinbei-yuan was a trusted person to Prince Jin, but I don't know if they had the same relationship as in the novel. So, but I am interested 2 no, so I'll put it interesting. Okay, 2 more. Yifu and Scorpion King. Okay, so this is a little controversial, right? Because he's his adopted father, but he called him like Shaer and stuff like that. But like he never really treated him as an actual son. He was just using him. And then also, did you guys remember that Yifu had another adopted son, but like I don't remember who he was, where he came from, and where he went. So like I thought that was a little weird, but cause he's not married. I don't think he's married to anyone in the show, right? Was he? Did he have any actual kids? I don't think so, right? Did he? Am I forgetting wrong now? I'll put it in neutral. I'll put it in neutral here. Okay. Now, again, this is fiction. They're not really related. He is his adopted father, but I'm pretty sure it's really one-sided. There's not much I can say for it, because there were definitely some like, possessive undertones in the drama. Like, especially with the way that Yifu would, like, hold Scorpion King's face in his hands. And also, do you remember, like, right after Yifu had gotten paralyzed by the Scorpion King? And the Scorpion King was sitting on Yifu's wheelchair on his lap, pretty much, and then hugging him. And I was like, they're very touchy, like, very, very touchy. And, like, I could pick it up, you know? I have my, my BL sensor on. I don't know. I just feel like, again, similar to the way Prince Jin and Jojushu had, like, a toxic relationship, I think that Yifu and Scorpion King also had a really toxic relationship, which, you know, is interesting to, I think, what is the word? It's interesting to, like, dive into and analyze, but I don't really have too much, I guess. I don't dislike it, but it's not, like, my favorite couple or ship or pairing either. I wish that, I mean, if Yifu had, you know, changed and been nicer to Scorpion King, or, like, you know, I think that would have been different. I would have felt differently, but I feel like to the end, until they both died, it was really one-sided, with the Scorpion King always trying to, you know, win approval, and Yifu just caring about himself and being selfish and not caring about anyone else. So I really pitied Scorpion King. Yeah. Okay. And finally, we have Jojushu and Scorpion King. I would put it with interesting, and here's why. I feel like together with Wen Kexing and Jojushu, I feel like not necessarily in, like, a romantic sense, but maybe in a platonic sense, they could have, like, taken in and helped reform the Scorpion King, because the Scorpion King, again, has a very similar disposition and backstory to Wen Kexing, and I felt like if the Scorpion King had found his own Ziji, he could have ended up a lot differently, a lot better. And so I feel like if it was, like, the 3 of them in, like, a trifecta, I feel like there could have been something there, you know. Something could have worked out, you know. But yeah, so this is just my thoughts, my ramblings. Of course, you don't have to agree with my ranking. I want to know what you guys think. I will also link this Tiermaker in the description so you can rank these pairings yourself, and let me know what you guys think. And again, whether it says love, like, interesting, neutral, dislike, it's just the show. And also, your definition of love can be different than my definition of love. It could be platonic love, it could be romantic love, and, you know, some of these pairings, like, for example, I put them in like, I don't necessarily like them romantically, but I do like them platonically, and vice versa. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed my little ramblings and thoughts on the Word of Honor pairings that we had here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!